First class looks luxurious, doesn't it? Hand-stitched leather, champagne on arrival, enough legroom to forget you're even in the air. To most people, it represents the absolute peak of air travel. But here's the truth no airline wants to admit. Billionaires don't fly first class. Not because they can't afford it, but because it solves the wrong problem. First class is sold as exclusivity, but it's an exclusivity that can be purchased by anyone with enough miles or a good credit card. You still arrive at the same crowded airport as everyone else. You still queue. You still wait. You still fly when you're told to fly. First class is comfort layered on top of constraint. And constraint is something billionaires avoid at all costs. It's a gilded cage, but it's a cage nonetheless. The fundamental problem of commercial air travel, being on someone else's schedule, remains unsolved. You get a better seat, but you're still just a passenger in their system. Let's talk about the one asset that money can't replace: time. In first class, a delay hits everyone equally. The waiter, the influencer, the CEO. Your flight gets delayed by 2 hours? Suddenly, your carefully planned meetings collapse. Your leverage in a crucial negotiation disappears. For someone managing billions, a single hour can be worth more than the plane itself. Billionaires don't optimize for savings. They optimize for speed of decision. And airports, by their very design, are built to slow people down. Every security check, every boarding call, every baggage claim is a tax on their most valuable resource. And then there's the problem with being seen. First class is still a public space. People can see you. They can photograph you. They can overhear your conversations. Your discussions aren't private. Your movements aren't hidden. For a celebrity, this is a nuisance. But for a billionaire, it's a genuine liability. Being recognized creates friction. Friction creates risk. And risk is incredibly expensive. Imagine trying to negotiate a multi-billion-pound deal while someone in the next seat is live tweeting your every word. True power operates quietly, discreetly, because attention attracts unwanted consequences. It's not about being antisocial. It's about protecting your strategic advantage. Here's the uncomfortable reality that most people miss. Most people who fly first class are trying to feel wealthy. They want the validation. They want the photo for Instagram. They want the story of the upgrade. It's a performance. But billionaires don't chase status symbols. They've moved beyond that. They design systems that remove inconvenience entirely. First class is the trophy stage, a public display of success. Private aviation, on the other hand, is back-end infrastructure. One is for display, the other is for leverage. It's the difference between looking powerful and actually being powerful. So what does private flight actually buy you? It isn't about the gold-plated taps or the fancy catering, though those things might be there. It's about ownership of time. You leave when you arrive at the airfield, not when boarding starts. You land at smaller airports much closer to your final destination, not where the major airlines dictate. You can hold confidential meetings in the air. You can make critical decisions mid-flight. You can sign deals before you even land. There's no waiting, no announcements, no strangers, just pure, unadulterated execution. That's not comfort. That's velocity. It's turning travel time from a dead loss into a productive, secure, and controlled environment. This is why, for most people, first class is aspirational. But for billionaires, it's inefficient. It exposes them. It restricts them. It schedules them. It forces them into a system they can't control. They don't want better seats. They want no seats at all between a decision and its outcome. Once you reach a certain level of operation, luxury becomes irrelevant. Only control matters. The question is no longer how comfortable can I be, but how much friction can I remove from my life? First class just polishes the friction. It doesn't eliminate it. Once you truly understand this, your whole definition of success begins to change. You stop chasing aesthetics and you start building autonomy. You stop paying for appearances and you start investing in eliminating dependencies. You realize that true luxury was never about price tags or brand names. It was about freedom. Freedom from friction, from delay, from having to give explanations. It's about structuring your life so that your will can be executed with the minimum possible resistance. At the end of the day, first class is still someone else's system. It's a beautifully designed system, but it's not yours. And billionaires don't climb systems. They exit them. They build their own. And when you finally see that, you realize luxury was never about money. It was about power. Power over time. Subscribe to the 1% Files. We don't just show you wealth. We explain how it actually works,